Mabuhay everyone, MARKCHES here and welcome back to the channel. But if you are new here, I hope you click that subscribe button and that notification bell to be updated for my newest video. Also for the chance to win some raffles. I'm currently doing a raffle right now, so please watch my other videos. The raffle is there. Hopefully you can join and hopefully it's not too late. I'll be announcing the winner soon. And today I'll be comparing two of the top signature sneakers from each brand. Of course, Under Armour Curry 7 for Steph Curry, while the Jordan 34, although there are lots of ambassadors for this one, it's still the top signature sneaker, top of the line basketball sneaker from Jordan brand. And Blake Griffin, Jason Tatum is the one leading the charge for the Jordan 34. And now let's talk about the main difference and which sneaker is for you. Before we start, if you want to watch the full performance review of each of these sneakers, I'll put the link up here for a more detailed review. Let's start off first with the upper of both sneakers. Of course, the Jordan 34 features this mesh-like net upper, which is very fused down to the tread, but it is really thin. Also, a little disclaimer, it depends what colorway you are buying, because in different colorways, they use different materials. For the Jordan 34, the mesh goes all throughout the upper, going to the heel part. And what's nice about this is it's really thin. Don't worry, underneath there's an inner lining for extra support. Of course, for the toe area, there's an inner lining there, and also on the lateral and middle part of the sneaker, there is like a textile fabric there that gives you extra support, especially when you're doing lateral movements and also forward movements. While the Curry 7 uses a mesh upper with lots of fuse area where you need it, where there's high tension. On the tip of the toe box, it's fused. On the medial part of the midfoot area going to the heel is fused. It also goes the same with the lateral part around the midfoot going to the heel, where you need the support. The upper of the Curry 7s, the same with the Jordan 34, very supportive around the toe area. Laterally, when you're doing lateral cuts and sidestepping, it is really very supportive. What's nice about the Curry 7s is the cushion setup, especially the hover goes up and it cradles your foot laterally and medially, so you're not sliding off anywhere in the footbed. And the Jordan, the cushion doesn't go up that much, but still the upper is really very supportive, so you just have to tighten up the laces and you're good to go. When you're doing sidestepping, you won't feel your foot slipping off the footbed, which is really nice about the upper of the Jordan 34s. I just wish that the cushion went up just a little bit more to cradle your foot, prevent your ankle from rolling, in my opinion, especially if you're doing Eurostep, where you really need support in the forefoot area and you're stepping really hard laterally. So that's just my opinion, but don't worry. On the Jordan 34, a TPU plate here near the forefoot area, this black piece, it is plastic and it really supports your foot, like I said, when you're doing lateral cuts. I just hope that they extended that plate going to the midfoot part of the sneaker, but just a small thing that I would like if they just extended that piece. I mean, it will really be very supportive on the lateral part of the Jordan 34s. So for the upper, both are very durable, both are very supportive. I would give that a tie. And now moving on to the lacing system. Jordan 34 has semi-traditional tongue setup. The tongue is stitched, so it won't be moving. It's very easy to put your foot in. However, you have to watch out, especially wide footers. The Jordan 34 is pretty snug, especially around the forefoot and on the midfoot. As you can see here, there's not much toe space above your foot. The Curry's also has tongue stitch underneath. It's a half booty. It's not really the traditional tongue lacing system. Watch out for that. While the Curry 7s, they have a little bit more space on top of your toes. So if you're a wide footer, Curry 7 is more wide footer friendly. While the Jordan 34, you have to try it in store, maybe go a full size up or half size up based on your sizing. And of course, if you are wearing an ankle brace, ankle support, the Curry 7 is really made for that, because Steph wears ankle braces a lot. So if you're a type of player who can't ball without an ankle support or ankle brace, the Curry 7 is made specifically for those types of players. While the Jordan 34, don't worry, it is very supportive, especially here. You can see it going up around your ankle area. As for the heel support, heel lockdown, heel containment, the Achilles pillows is really very nice, really plush, and no slippage whatsoever around the heel. Sometimes it's even very tight, so you just need to really break this in order for your heel to really feel the maximum comfort of the Jordan 34. And that also goes to the Curry 7, which has very nice Achilles pillows, and in terms of heel containment, lockdown, enough ankle support, very good. Both have internal heel cup to give you extra ankle support. Now moving on to the cushion setup of both sneakers. The Curry 7 features two of Under Armour's most premium cushion, which is Hover and Micro G. They combined it. The Hover is on top and on the side, while the Micro G is below the Hover. The Jordan 34 features a 4-foot zoom unit, which is huge in the forefoot, plus this Eclipse plate, cage inside, a very nice injected Phylon, which I think is also very nice. You just have to break them in. Both cushion setup are very responsive, and I would say Curry 7 is lower to the ground, although it's not too high off the ground. The Curry 7 has a little bit lower profile compared to the Jordan 34. In terms of the cushion in the forefoot, I like the Jordan 34s better because of the bounciness, that huge zoom unit in the forefoot. You just have to break them in, especially the Eclipse plate a bit, because at first it feels a little bit stiff or it has a different feeling, but after breaking them in, the heel to toe transition on the Jordan 34 and the bounciness around the forefoot area of the 34s are really good, and I really like it. While the Curry 7, low profile, it is plush in the forefoot and a little bit bounce in the forefoot, but not as bouncy as the forefoot of the Jordan 34s. And I would say it's a tie on impact protection on both sneakers. Both have a very plush feel on the heel when broken in. Now moving on to the traction of both sneakers. Fan-like herringbone pattern on the Jordan 34s, while the Curry 7 has a multi-directional herringbone with a pivotal circular pattern on the forefoot. And I would say the rubber compound on both are quite similar. Outdoor use is safe for both. Dust pickup on both sneakers are very nice. Doesn't pick up a lot of dust. That's what I meant. In terms of squeakiness, the Jordan 34 squeaks more compared to the Curry 7, which is really silent but still grips. And on a dusty court, both sneakers also performs well. Of course, on a clean court, you wouldn't have any problems on both traction. Traction wise, I would give it a tie, but if you want more squeakiness, if you want that sound, Jordan 34 has that. Let's go to the sizing. The Curry 7 runs a little big, so if you're a regular footer, go half a size down. Wide footer, go true to your size. While on the Jordan 34, true to size on regular footers, and wide footers maybe go half size up or full size up because it is a really snug sneaker. Watch out for that. And in terms of weight, the Jordan 34 is heavier by 20 grams, so not much difference in terms of weight. You wouldn't mind the weight on both sneakers because of how nice the fit of both sneakers are. Just get the right size. Alright, let's talk about the width of the forefoot. Pretty much the same, so I think stability on both sneakers are pretty much at par. I felt very stable on both sneakers, especially in the forefoot area. Very easy to plant your foot, and I think it is really made for those players who like stability on their sneakers because of how wide the lateral outrigger is on both sneakers. So I would say stability wise, both are the same. And of course, the midfoot torsional plate, this has the Eclipse plate, which is very stable, and this has a very nice stable plate, which I think is this orange one. No problem on stability. And for the price point, this is 8,400 and this is 8,000 pesos, so around $10 difference or 400 pesos difference here in Manila. So let's round it up. If you're a player who likes bounciness, really bouncy feeling on the forefoot area of the sneaker, which is also very responsive, and if you don't wear ankle protection, and if you want extra ankle protection and you want a snug fit of a sneaker which looks dope and you don't mind it a little bit higher off the ground but not too high compared to the Curry 7, you're good with the Jordan 34. So this is more for regular footers, and sadly the wide footers, you have to really test this out because it's really snug in the forefoot area going to the midfoot. Well, if you're a player who has wide foot, or maybe who is wearing an ankle brace, you like a very nice low to the ground feel and very responsive sneaker, you don't mind it not too being bouncy, in the forefoot but still having that enough bounce in the forefoot. Like the Jordan 34, who has a very bouncy forefoot setup cushioning, especially that excess space for your ankle support or ankle brace. And if you're a wide footer, the Curry 7 is better off for you. So let me know which type of player are you. Hit me a comment down below. If you have any questions, also comment down below. And don't forget to like this video, guys. And this has been MARKCHES. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.